All right, there we go. Well, hey, everybody. Today is April 27th, and it is National Storytelling Day.
And what's a story without popcorn, right?
Right? We did just make popcorn
What's any day without popcorn?
because we're going to sit down and watch Designated Survivor. It's very important. And then New Girl.
To lighten the mood.
What do you mean?
Designated Survivor is always so
Oh,
stressful.
it's heavy for you?
Oh.
Cool. Well, here's the plan. We get asked a lot how we met and our story and all that. We're going to try and tell an abbreviated, faster version because nobody wants to sit here and tell the whole thing. Seems like it would take forever.
I do.
Sure you do. Okay, so let's start with this. Dina and I, it started at different places for us, I would say. Yeah. So we met at high school summer camp, and I feel like you remember me on the bus ride up. I don't remember you then. So why don't you tell that part?
Well, so
I'll eat my popcorn.
me and my best friend Allie got on the bus to
Headed
go
up.
to head up to summer camp.
Right, we're in high school.
We're in high school. So high school summer camp, we get on the bus. We go to sit in the back because all the cool people sit in the back of the bus. Everybody knows that. Although I kind of feel like that's not a thing anymore. Have you noticed that? You
When's
haven't
the
been on-
last time you've been on a bus?
I was just talking to the youths.
Great.
I don't know. If you're a youth out there, tell us where's the cool place to sit on the bus. Because it used to be the back of the bus. That was where the cool kids sat. So we go to the back of the bus because that's where the cool kids sit. And there were some big, like, senior guys sitting back there that said, no, you can't sit here. We're sitting here. We're saving these seats for friends.
Right.
Which, like, how many friends? I feel like there were 4 of you. Who were you saving seats for, even?
Well, there's at least 5 of us, 6 of us.
I don't know who the other 2 are. I can think of 4.
Well,
And so we have to go sit at the front of the bus. And up at the front of the bus, I see one of our youth pastors, Doug Elliott. And, you know, we're sitting like very, very front of the bus, like right behind him. And he turns and he's like, see those guys back there? I'm like, yeah. And he's like, he started talking about you specifically. And he's like, that dude, he's so awesome. He's one of my guys. I'm so excited he's coming. He's never come to summer camp before because he's always had football. The guy's in football and he's in weightlifting. Like he holds world records for weightlifting. And I was like, whatever, I could take him because I was so annoyed that we couldn't sit in the back of the bus with you, you know. And maybe I thought you were a little cute.
cool. So I remember meeting this girl on the way on another bus a different day, but still at camp, on the way to paintball. We were on the way to paintball, and her and her friend Allie
Spoiler
were sitting there.
alert, it's me.
Yeah. And they were like talking about how they were scared and they never played paintball before. So we decided it'd be fun to just hype it up and tell them that we've never been before either. And but we've heard it's super painful and it's scary and all that stuff.
I asked if I could borrow a shirt, and one of the guys gave me a shirt.
Like a sweatshirt or something. A
No,
shirt.
it was a shirt.
What? Anyways,
A long sleeve shirt, because I remember thinking, who wears long sleeve shirts?
yeah.
But it was a Tesoro football shirt.
As it should be.
Felt cool.
I used to play paintball a ton back in high school. I used to play like every other weekend. So I definitely knew what I was getting into. So yeah, and I remember thinking she was really great, and then I remember immediately forgetting her name. And I, for
And
the next...
also immediately taking off playing paintball right when the game started, and it was like, oh,
That's how you
see
paintball.
ya.
Yep. I told you guys to follow me, and you didn't. That was your fault. And then the tough part is I kept seeing her and kind of like re-meeting her, like I was
Again,
recognizing
it's
her.
me.
Right, Dina. But I couldn't remember her name. So it was I had to keep asking people like, what was her name? What was her name? What was her name? It was kind of sad, but that's what it was. All right, we're at 4 minutes. We gotta go faster.
Okay, so we hang out all week. You're super into me. I'm super into the idea that a senior guy's super into me. Don't know if I'm super into you.
But Dina has also vowed to her friends that she wouldn't date anybody because apparently she does that all the time. Comes back from camp with a boyfriend.
Anyway, so basically, well, you make it very clear that you want to date me. on the way down the mountain. And my response is, hey, cool, no.
Right.
But then I got invited to hang out with you guys that night.
Right.
And so we hang out that night. And what are you doing?
Oh, there's people watching, so I was gonna see if I can see
Hi,
the chat.
people.
Anyways,
So we hang out that night, and then we hang out the next day,
right,
and the next day,
right,
and the next day, and the next day for like 18 days straight. And I'm pretty sure every day you asked me out,
right,
and every day I said no.
right. And a couple important details that you left out. I told you I felt like told me I was gonna meet my wife that summer.
Well, I didn't. You said abbreviated.
I know.
Okay, on the way down the mountain, Darren goes. I ask if I can sit by him. He saves me a seat on the way down the mountain,
You're
and
welcome. In the back.
we have this conversation where he goes, "So God told me I was gonna meet my wife this summer. I'm 14. I'm 14," and he tells me that. And so my response is, "Cool. I'm not really dating anyone right now."
Yep.
So
So that went well. And then she fell asleep on me, and somebody took a picture of it, which was funny, like all leaning on my shoulder. Yep.
I did it on purpose.
On purpose?
Yeah, I'm so cute when I sleep.
Interesting. So Dina and I went out and hung out every single day for like 31 days, I
It was
think.
18.
What?
It was 18.
And then was
In
one
a
day
row,
off
yeah.
and then back on. So we basically hung out every day for a month. And every day I was like, would you date me? Would you date me? And she said no. I took her out to nice places. We
Paid
ate a
for
lot
my
of food. Yeah. It was a lot for a 14-year-old to take in. You are very correct, Billy.
That was a lot.
Yeah, actually, the truth was, I don't know when I figured out. I didn't know how old she was for a while. I knew you went to mission. I didn't know I knew you were going into your sophomore year, but I had no idea how
That I
old
was
you were.
14 going
Right.
into my sophomore year. Okay.
Because going into my sophomore year, I was turning 16, so very different. So, all right. So that happens.
So you asked me out every day. Every day I said
Right,
no. So
right.
finally you're like, listen,
There's
I've
this other
waited
girl
for,
that
I've
I'm
waited
really
for
into.
girls in the past and it screwed me over, so I'm not gonna wait for you. I said,
Right.
cool, don't. And you're like, okay, well there's this other girl that I've been talking to. I'm thinking about asking out. I'm like,
Right.
great, do it.
She happens to be one of Dina's close friends. Like, grew up with close friends. Um,
Not grew up with, but we were very close friends.
Right.
And I said, cool, go ahead.
so I do. And I take her on a date, and it was great.
He comes, we hang out the next day, and I say, how was your date? He's like, it was great. I was like, and then I was
Yeah,
like,
how did it go? What did you think?
yeah, how'd it go? And he's like, great. I'm like, did you kiss her?
Yes. Those two went really well.
And I start to feel things.
Jealousy?
Feel things. And it got awkward, I think, for a hot second. And you were like, so what do you think?
No,
Or-
this was
I
on
said,
I am.
No, we were for sure in person.
No, it was totally on I am.
We were in person.
It was on I am because I remember very specifically going, well, I think I might have changed my mind. You did not say that in person. You said that over AIM Messenger.
I don't remember that at all.
I remember that for sure. You were
I thought you were at your dad's house.
no, we were messaging on AIM Messenger, 100%.
Okay. So I said, how'd it go? He was like, great. I said, are you going to ask her out again? And he said, what do you think? And I said, well, do you like her? And he was like, yeah. I was like, well, do you like me? And he was like, yeah, but you won't go out with me. And I said, I think I changed my mind.
Right. And I had to have a very awkward and tough conversation with that girl because I said, I don't think it's right because I like this girl, but I really like you a lot, but I really want to date her. It did not go well, sadly, because she's great. But so yeah, and then Dina and I started dating, and then we dated.
Well, we started dating a couple days later. You didn't know yet. I told you after the fact.
That's
that we were
true.
dating.
True. She just made up a time and a place that it started.
No, it was a football game.
See? And she told me at somebody else's house, like, when are you guys
2
going to
days
start
later,
dating?
yeah.
Like,
It was
oh, we did a
September
couple days
10th,
ago.
we started dating, and September 12th, somebody's like, when are you going to start dating? And Darren's like, yeah, when? I was like, oh, no, we are. As of 2 days ago.
What's up? So that. Yeah. And then we dated for a total of 5 years before we got married after that. So we went to a lot of school dances and
All of them.
lots. Yeah, we went to all of mine and then all of hers. And yeah, is there any other crucial details we should tell anybody?
I'm the funnier one.
Stop it.
Oh, we just got a request to start the whole story over.
Oh, Brittany, you'll have to rewind it. Momentarily, we will end, and then you can go back and watch it from the beginning.
Because I'm out of popcorn.
Yeah, and I think that was most of it.
What was?
What we just said.
I mean, it's the.
I think there's more details, but
I'm moving on
that
to your
was
popcorn.
okay. Crap, Brittany.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, happy National Storytelling Day. That was part of our story. There's way more to it because you didn't tell anything about like how I had spoken in HSM like a year before.
You
and then
said
you were
the
like, I'm gonna marry
abbreviated
that guy.
version.
I know, but that's kind of an important part. Then I shared my story at camp, and then she made the connection that it was me, and then we talked afterwards, and I think that's probably what sold her on me, if I'm gonna be honest.
What?
Like that you had seen me before and then tried to find me and then couldn't and then realized it was me, but we were already hanging out. That was an important part of the story.
It was, but you said the abbreviated version.
Very sorry, we'll abbreviate it. Here we are in 11 minutes. So it wasn't the beard. We didn't say this.
Because
It was
worst
nice,
part.
clean shaven. Didn't have hair. I had a red hair though. I did have red hair on my head. And then I used to wear only Superman or powerlifting shirts. Really, I was a
You wore a
goofy
lot of
human being
black.
in high school, so I don't understand how
You
this
wore
worked
a
out.
lot of black.
Yeah, I was wearing black. Okay, so we go home immediately after camp. We get home Friday. Saturday night, me and my buddies go see a movie and eat pizza after church every Saturday night. So,
So I go home. I tell my
no,
parents.
not home, at church still. We're still
yeah.
there. We're in tent 3.
Yeah,
So we're in the back,
I tell my parents, hey, I'm gonna hang out with some people after camp.
not
Or
straight
some
edge
peop-
for sure.
Oh, he was.
Farthest thing from
no.
that.
No. I tell my parents, hey, I'm going to hang out with some people after church. I met him at camp. My parents are like, great, we just want to meet him because you're going to be driving around with some guys. Like, we just need to know who it is. So, which one is he? And I'm talking to my dad, and I'm like, you see that guy there? He's like
I remember
6 feet tall. He's
I was wearing
all
black rip-off pants and then a black shirt with I think it was like my gray or one of my Superman shirts.
Yeah, red hair, chain necklace, thick chain necklace.
Yeah.
And I was like, that guy right there. My dad goes, no. And I put on like, the teenage drama. You don't even know him. No, we met at camp.
Our kid's
Sorry, our
asleep.
kid's asleep. We had a kid. And they let me hang out with you.
I know.
Every
I have
day.
no idea why.
Every
They
day.
like trusted and liked me a lot pretty quickly.
Yeah.
Which was great because I wore the Superman shirts every day or powerlifting shirts. And Bill, you were asking about tight shirts? Yes.
Very tight.
I wore a size large, even though I'm actually larger. I was larger then than I am now.
And you
I
wear an
think
XL now.
I wear an XL now. I wore a large then,
Very tight.
very tight, and I rolled up my sleeves. But I always wore like baggier shorts or cargo shorts or I don't know, whatever. But bleached blonde tips and stuff. So that was me in high school. Somehow I had friends and I got a girlfriend. Crazy. Now looking back, I totally thought I was awesome in high school.
I know you did.
Yeah. I mean, I knew I was. All right, everybody. Well, happy National Storytelling Day. Enjoy that. Brittany, go back and rewatch it. 14 minutes. That felt fairly
If
quick.
they want to hear the whole thing, I'll tell them the whole thing. But
Right, finding it.
I'm a really good storyteller in real life. You can vouch, right?
Yeah.
I'm a good storyteller.
I think so. Cool. All right. Bye.
Pew, pew, pew.